Hello everyone, Josh Ryuk here, and welcome finally to the tour of the Hyrule map that I built on Minecraft PS4. Yeah, I was crazy enough to build this map on Minecraft PS4 instead of building it on PC. So I basically built this well, without using MC Edit and other tricks. So yeah, this was basically handcrafted, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. And you might actually remember me from the Raccoon City map. Quite a long time ago, I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago, I actually built a Resident Evil Raccoon City map. And I built it on Minecraft Java for PC, one of the older versions. I don't remember the exact version right now, but I will put it during editing. Anyway, so yeah, I already built Raccoon City for the Minecraft Java version, and this time I built Hyrule for the Minecraft Bedrock version, which is the version that is in consoles and for Windows. So yeah, this version is a bit different, but it's still quite pretty much the same game. So let's start the tour from Kokiri Forest. This area was pretty faithfully recreated. So as you can see, here is Seria's house. This is the house of those two girls. I don't actually know if they have a name. Then we have the Kokiri shop right over here. I also included this little chest here because if you remember correctly, in the original game there was an hidden rupee hidden behind the shop counter. The river, and if you jump these 3 blocks in the original game, you get 5 rupees every time you do it. So that's pretty cool. This is Maido's house. Yeah, this area is pretty faithful, honestly. However, as we continue exploring the map, you will see that I took quite a few creative liberties. And I will tell you guys why I made those changes later. And yeah, in the forest areas, I also added these flowers right over here. These flowers, what they do is they spread these green spores around the air. So this actually simulates the well, like the spores that floated around the Kokiri Forest in the original game. So I think this is a very neat effect, honestly. This is the hole that you use to go to the secret shrine where you find the Kokiri sword. Of course, I made the hole bigger because you cannot crawl in Minecraft. No boulder this time. And right over here, Kokiri sword. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. I think we should move on to the Deku Tree area. So let's actually... Opla! Let's actually take this path over here. And this was the first dungeon that I created in this map. And yeah, from the outside, it looks fucking incredible, isn't it? Yeah, this map was much more difficult to build compared to the Raccoon City map, because yeah, in the Raccoon City map, the only big building was the RPD, but every other building was just medium-sized. Meanwhile, in this map, every dungeon is basically enormous, so it was actually insanely difficult. Creating this map took me a lot of sweat and fatigue. So, and as you can see, one of the biggest problems with the Zelda Ocarina of Time is that the dungeons are actually bigger on the inside than they are in the outside. Yeah, if you don't know, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, every area is separated by loading screens, and basically from the outside, this is all you can see, but once you get inside the dungeon, it's much fucking bigger. So this was a really difficult challenge to overcome. The only way to overcome this would have been to basically make loading screens in this Minecraft map too, which I thought would be very fucking lame. So basically what I did is I got custom, and I basically decided to make this map a reimagining, not a completely faithful remake, because that would have been impossible. So I added this little arm to the Deku Tree, and there's another arm right over here, and it was basically the only way I could do this, because there are some rooms in the Deku Tree that take up too much space. So let me actually show you guys what I mean. This is the inside of the Deku Tree. Looks really great, isn't it? Okay. And near the chests where you usually find the map, I did place a little map. So that's kinda neat. Okay, as you can see, I had to make that arm outside to fit this room right here. This is the room. Shit. This is the room where you usually find the slingshot. Huh, looks like it started raining outside. Okay, let's close this. Jesus Christ. Fuck this. Yeah, don't want the thunderstorm to make that much noise. Okay, so now we can climb to the upper floor. Okay, and right over here is where you usually find the compass. And with this area, I got a bit custom. Since there are no loading screens, I added a few windows that you can use to look outside the Deku Tree, which is actually really cool. Yeah, I made a lot of changes to the map that I think make the map actually better than the original. Yeah, from this little window, you can see a bit of Zora's River and the Forest Temple area. So that's pretty cool. Fuck. And yeah, I don't think you can see anything from here. Just a bit of the Lost Woods area. Okay, let's get out of here. And now, if you remember correctly, in the original game, you needed to jump down one of these poles to break the web down there. So now we are below the Deku Tree. And yeah, this area is still pretty faithful. Of course, the switches don't actually do anything in this version. I did make this block already down, so you can use it as a shortcut. However, when Antman plays the adventure map, he might actually see that I changed a few things around. Okay. And one cool thing here, I actually made these two rooms connected. Yeah, in the original game, this grate led to a black screen, but I actually made them connected from the other side in this version. Okay. Okay, this is just the area where you fight that Deku Scrub guy that gives you the code. And this other area is the one with the spinning spiked pole, and you need to go underwater and push this switch to lower the water level, basically. Of course, here you can just do this. Ah, shit. Oh well, whatever. I will fix it later. Okay, this is a simple room. You just light up all 3 torches and you open this room. Okay, I got a bit custom with this room. I basically, since you cannot actually place the Goma eggs on the top, on the ceiling, I replaced the Goma eggs with these flowers over here. And this is a bombable wall in the original game that leads to this area, which contains an extra gold sculpture. Okay, and then we take this crawl space and we are back in the main room here. Then we just drop down here and we reach the boss. And I think the boss room is actually pretty cool. Yeah. I basically used this material because it kind of looks like the glowing shit that was in the walls in this room in the original game. And unfortunately, there is no way to make fog because this room was full of fog in the original game. So what I did instead is use this glow lichen to basically light up the floor and make it a bit more ghastly like, I guess. Excuse me. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Deku Tree. So let's get outside now. Let's take one more look at the outside of the Deku Tree. And I am sorry if I will cough a lot, but I'm still not fully healed from my sickness. Yeah, I was, like I told you guys in my latest Resident Evil 4 episode, I was a bit sick lately, so I'm still not fully healed. Okay, now I think we should go back to the Kokiri Forest and actually start exploring the Lost Woods area. Okay. Of course, during this video I will put the soundtrack, so it will be very nostalgic. Although I'm pretty sure I will not use the original soundtrack. I will probably use some remixed soundtrack from the original game, because if I use the original soundtrack, Nintendo will give me copyright shit, and fuck that. Yeah, this is the area where you leave the forest, and you can actually access a business scrub here in the original game, and I think that business scrub actually gives you an upgrade to your Deku stick capacity, so it's actually very important to visit this area. And yeah, I think the forest looks much better now, because the trees are no longer 2D sprites, and I basically just used bone meal and saplings to make this feel like a real forest. And yeah, this is where you shoot that target, and then that Deku Scrub guy gives you a Deku Seed expansion. And I think here you can use your ocarina to basically get an art piece. And yeah, of course I did not make the fake holes that send you back to the forest. I just made them black, so this makes navigating the forest less painful. I guess I could have put a comment block that teleports you back to the entrance of the forest, but there would be no point, because as soon as you see the black screen here, you should know that it's a fake one, so what's the point? Okay, so this is a grotto, and this grotto is pretty faithful to the generic grottos from the original game. The hole with the fish, the chest with rupees, and the beehives. But this will be the only generic grotto that I made in this map. You will see why later, but basically I replaced every generic grotto with unique ones, because I don't have MC edit, so I cannot just copy and paste the same grotto over and over again, and I would have gotten bored of just building the same shit over and over again. Okay, this is the teleporter to Goron City. We are not going to use that now, but yes, it's fully functional. And the same for this one here. It's fully functional and you can use it to go back to the Zora's River. Okay, this little area here is that little area with the business scrubs, the golden sculptulas, and also that grotto that you used to get a few Deku Nut and Deku Sticks expansions with the Mask of Truth forest stage. Yeah, I remember this area. Felt pretty cool to discover it back then when I was a kid. It's actually pretty well hidden. I added another little window here. You can't really see much from it, but it's cool. Okay. And now we should be approaching the forest temple area. Of course, I did not build all the grottos. Some of them I just blocked with these boulders because I honestly could not be bothered to make all of them. Most of them were generic ones anyway. However, the most unique ones, I did make them. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow, and I did make this really cool crystal grotto from the original game. Yeah, in the original game, if you use a bomb here, it will reveal a secret hole that contains that really cool crystal grotto. And this is the maze area with Deku scrubs, or if you are adult Link, moblins. I made the fairy fountain here. Pretty faithful, I think, although I made it a bit smaller, I think, and also a bit darker. Okay. Now it's time to actually go and take a look at the forest temple. This area and the Lost Woods area was the only area that Antman helped me build, and I think Antman, yeah, I honestly think Antman is more talented than I am, because he made the entrance to the forest temple and it looks incredible. I mean, wow, it looks basically the exact same as it did in the original game. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Yeah, it basically looks exactly the same as the original game entrance. And I think you will really love the inside. If you don't know, the Forest Temple is my favorite dungeon in the original game, so I made it really cool looking. This is the entrance, and I did add a lot of light that was not in the original game, because unfortunately there was no way to make this a bit lighter without adding light sources. In the original game, this area is pretty dark, but you can still see pretty well. In Minecraft, if you don't place any light sources, you basically can't see shit. Okay, this is the main room with the 4 ghost torches. I think it looks really incredible, especially the roof here. Okay, let's take a look at this boss room, well, mini boss room. Yeah, pretty much the same as the original, honestly. Okay. Let's take a look at the outside. Okay, now this area looks amazing. Yeah, honestly, I'm really impressed with myself. It looks fucking incredible. I did get a bit custom with this area. I changed the layout quite a bit because I could not actually find a way to make it the same as the original. Because if you don't know, in the original game, this room is not straight, it's pretty much diagonal. So it was actually really difficult to make in Minecraft. So I got a bit custom. And over here you can see the well that you drain the water and explore. And one cool detail I made water drip from the ceiling in this well, since it was just drained. So it's a pretty cool detail. I'm pretty impressed with myself, like I say again. And of course, by going through the well, you will reach the other side of this open space. Okay. However, let's actually go back and let me show you what I did here. Okay, this area is a custom balcony area that I added basically because I could not make the distance between the 2 open areas match, because I got custom with it, so I basically could not make the areas actually faithful. So I had to basically create a new area to make up the distance, and I created this pretty cool balcony area that actually shows you a bit of Hyrule from the outside. And yeah, this is really fucking cool. I wish the original game, if they ever make a good remake, would actually create shit like this. Like, it would really be cool if they added the shit like this, like a balcony in the forest temple, that you could actually see the outside of the map. You can see a bit of that mountain, the graveyard in Kakariko Village, and also the Shadow Temple right over there. Okay, this area right over here is the map room, just like the original game. like I said, I made the distance between those two rooms a bit bigger by adding this custom balcony area. This is the switch that you use to drain the water level of the well, and strangely enough, in the original game, you can also push this switch again to raise the water level again of the well. I have no idea what's the purpose of it, because it's completely useless to raise the water level again. But yeah, you can do that. It's actually crazy. Okay. Now we should continue to explore the inside. So yeah, I got really atmospheric with the lighting here. Yeah, this room was always very spooky in the original game, so that's why I made the light with these soul torches here. And yeah, this is the room where you push those blocks to make basically to make a pathway upstairs. Okay, let's actually go upstairs now and let's continue exploring. Yeah, this room is pretty faithful. No major changes, honestly. The next room, however, is pretty different. Okay, so I honestly could not figure out how to make the twisted room, so I just made it straight. However, I basically made both the I made all the rooms accessible, even if it's the straight version. In the original game, this room can be basically switched between two versions, the straight and the twisted version. And depending on which version you traverse, you can enter different rooms. I just made it a mix of both, so you can access both rooms. So you can actually access this room, and this takes you right back outside on this balcony that we saw before. And this leads you to this small room with a wall master and a treasure here. Or was it a floor master? I don't remember. And this is just a shortcut back in this room. So let's go back now. And if you were playing in rain again. Okay, I changed it to normal rain, so the thunder will not happen. And what I was about to say, if you were playing normally, you would need to go through that room again. But since I am in creative mode, I can just do this. Yeah, this room is pretty cool. It's the room with the ghost portraits. And the mini boss room where you get the bow. Unfortunately, I basically had to close this hole. Yeah, if you remember, in this room there's a hole in the center of the room, and if you fall down, you actually go back down to the first mini boss room. I basically made that hole closed because I did not want monsters to fall down the hole once I made the survival map. So as you can see, the carpet here is red. Meanwhile, the carpet here is blue. And yeah, this is why. This is because this is the room with the blue portrait ghost, and that other one was the red portrait ghost. So I did add a bunch of little details like that. This is another of those twisted rooms, and the same rule applies. I made a mix of both the straight and twisted versions. So this room right over here is a pretty iconic room. In the original game, these pillars are spinning, and you need to basically shoot a torch through that, shoot an arrow through that torch to burn this ice. Yeah, it's a pretty iconic room. Obviously, I could not make the pillars actually spin in this version of the map. And then you go down here, and we access another really iconic room, the chess room, like I call it. But before we do that, here is another shortcut that you can visit, just like the original game. Okay, let's go back in the chess room, and inside this room, in the original game there was a collapsing ceiling, and if you were not fast enough, you would go basically toasty. But yeah, I did not add that because in Minecraft you could not actually make the ceiling collapse. Yeah, maybe there's some redstone fanatics that could pull it off, but I have no idea how to do that. This is the final portrait ghost. It's the green portrait ghost. However, there are no green torches in Minecraft, so I just stuck with blue. And this final corridor will take us back to the main room. And in the original game, when you got all three portrait ghosts, a mini boss would spawn here, and it would be the final purple portrait ghost. You take her out, and this elevator appears. And this brings you here, another really iconic room. Yeah, the Forest Temple has got a lot of cool rooms. What you do inside here is you basically push these pillars, and you can rotate the entire room and change the layout. It's actually really fucking cool. However, in this room, I just made the final layout, which is the layout that brings you to the boss room. And this is the boss room. Inside this room, you basically face Phantom Ganon, and you can basically enter paintings, and you have to figure out which painting it will come out of. It's a really cool boss. Let's take a look at the outside of the temple. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, honestly, the Forest Temple is just the coolest looking temple in the original game. There's no fucking contest. You can even see the boss room here. Okay, now I think we should actually continue exploring the map. So let's go and leave the forest now. Welcome to Hyrule Field, my friends. Yeah, this area was a huge pain in the ass to build. I basically had to level this entire place with TNT, and then I had to build this area on top of the rubble below. Took me a really long time to finish this area. I got pretty custom with this area too, because the original version of this area is really well, basically disleveled. And what I mean by that is that the ground is not straight. It's pretty, it has a lot of different elevations, and it's really big. So to make this a little less painful for me, I made this area a little less big. I made it a little smaller, and I also made the ground a bit less, well, basically disleveled, like I said. Much more straightforward. Okay, so every grotto that was in the original game is still in this map in Hyrule Field. However, I changed the layouts of all the grottos, and all the generic ones have been replaced with unique ones. So I will not show you all the grottos, but I will just show you a couple. Of course, the grottos that were already unique in the original game I recreated, but the generic ones, like this one, I changed. And I did add like some little puzzles for treasures that you can do here, so that's cool. However, I will not show all the grottos. I will save that for the eventual survival map video, which I hope Antman will make someday. So let's actually go take a look at the Lon Lon Ranch. This is another area that I made a little bit smaller and also changed the layout a bit. The stables. Talon's house. Yeah, I basically moved this. I moved this barn here because usually it was over here, and this grotto I moved it over here. It usually was somewhere around here. Yeah, I had to change the layout a bit because I made it smaller, so I could not fit everything in its original positions. It's okay though. I think it still looks really cool. You can even see that mountain from here and a bit of the forest temple. Yeah, the coolest thing about this map is the fact that you can see a lot of places from everywhere. Okay, I think what we should do now is explore the Kakariko Village area. Here you can see the castle town area. That area I will save for later because it's quite different. I basically completely redesigned it. Welcome to Kakariko Village. Okay, at first I based this area into the Child Link version, but eventually I just decided to complete this building here, the shooting range, and I basically used the Adult Link version in the end. You can enter every building, and every building is pretty faithful to the original game. Let me actually show you. I also made the inside of the shooting range, although I made a little joke here, and I said that it's closed for bankruptcy. Shooting range. Yeah, it's pretty much the same layout. And this area will be actually pretty important for the survival map. A little hint for Antman. Okay, and here is the school tool house. Pretty much the same as the original. As you can see, I did add the chests with the treasures, I guess, that you get for collecting the golden sculptures. I always thought this house was pretty cool from the original game. I just added a few chickens and cows to this area here. The windmill, pretty faithful, I have to say. Of course, I could not actually make this thing rotate, so you know. Oh, don't worry, we will explore the bottom of the well soon. Oh, I already went inside here. Okay, even in the original game, you could climb up here and get a nice view, but here it's even better because you can actually see the things that are outside of the loading screens. Yeah, you can see a lot. You can see the Deku Tree, Zora's fountain, a bit of the forest temple, the graveyard and the shadow temple, that mountain, the castle, Gerudo Valley, the ranch, Lake Hylia. Holy shit, you can see pretty much the entirety of Hyrule from up here. Now this is cool. Okay, this is a shop, just like the original game. I also added a little map of the village here. The potion shop. And the back side of the potion shop. Okay, this is the area with that crazy old witch. Yeah, one of the coolest shops in the game, honestly. I even added the different potions, red, green and blue here. So, pretty freaking cool. And someone should take... someone should make a counter of every time I say pretty cool. This is just like the Raccoon City map video all over again. Okay, and I made a little change here. Instead of going to the back side of the windmill, you can actually climb on top of it in this version. And this will give you a really cool view of the village. You know, Nintendo, if you actually make a good remake of Ocarina of Time, like the Resident Evil remakes, you can use my ideas. I will not ask for any money. You can use them. Yeah, and by good remake, I mean that I honestly did not like the 3DS remake that much. Ah, my freaking god. Yeah, now we should go take a look up at that mountain, I guess. But okay, yeah, I got really custom with this area. Basically, I needed to make the mountain a little bit taller, so it would not actually, well, basically it would not conflict with the areas below. Yeah, because remember, in this version of the map, everything is not separated by loading screens, so everything needs to take space. actual game space in the game world. So I basically created this little mountain trail area that brings you much higher up, and this allowed me to build this area without conflicting with other areas that I would build below. Which is pretty cool. I actually kinda got inspired by Twilight Princess for this area. And we will see another Twilight Princess inspired area later. You will see. Okay, here is Dodongo's Cavern. I will show it later. Before we do that, let's actually visit the Goron City. Another area where you can get an insane view of the map. Of course, if you play this area on Minecraft Realms, the render distance will be a bit lower, unfortunately. Okay, this is another area that I got really custom with, and I basically expanded this area quite a lot. Okay, I added this little sign here, and so basically just like the original game, you can climb to the top or go straight for Goron City. I did change the layout quite a bit, as you can see. Okay. Welcome to Goron City, my friends. Yeah, this area is mostly faithful. Here you can see the area that I usually call the Boulder Maze. Chris Redfield would love this area. Okay, this area is that area that has got lava, and there's a secret grotto here. Although, like with the other grottos, I did change the layout here. Okay. Right over here, you can access the shop of that guy that gave you the shitty giant's knife. And this is the area that you can basically chase around that Goron that constantly spins around this circular level. And if you stop him with bombs, you do get a bomb bag upgrade. Okay, now we are on the second floor here, and from here, just like the original game, you can access the teleporter to the Lost Woods. Okay. Now let's go in the bottom floor. Okay, we are on the bottom floor. I made this part a bit larger, and I did not add the spinning vase that is below here because, like I said, I tried to base this map on the adult timeline. The Goron shop. And finally, the Runia's room. This is the shortcut to reach the fire temple. We will visit that later. For now, it's time to actually take a look at Dodongo's mountain. So let's go. Oh, and like in the original game, you can jump here, and in the original game, you can get an art piece here. Okay, let's go inside the second dungeon of the game. And I'm honestly really impressed. But I think the main room is fucking awesome. Yeah, I think I did a really amazing job, especially on the school. It does not look like a Dodongo, but it still looks really menacing. Holy shit. So let's visit this area like you would when playing the game. So let's start from here. And just like in the original game, there's a scarecrow that you can hookshot here to reach gold sculpture, I think. This little room right over here. And then, by solving this little puzzle, by pushing these statues here on top of this switch, we can access the mini boss room. Okay. Yeah, this room I got a bit custom, but I think it looks really cool. And I made this basically, if you don't know, in the original game there's an hidden chest, well, not chest, basically there's an hidden hole that you can access if you jump in the lava here. However, in Minecraft, the lava kills you really quickly. So I actually made this hole visible. Yeah, in the original game, lava is covering this hole, but in Minecraft I opened this hole. So if you did not know about this secret, because it's actually pretty obscure, yes, there is a hole behind this lava here, so you can thank me later. You can also see the upper floor from here, but we will visit that later anyway, so let's move on. Okay, now we have this blue area, which was always pretty cool looking in the original game. And now we are back inside of the main room, and using this switch we'll open this other room. Okay, and this puzzle here, you basically explode these bomb flowers and this platform collapses. Pretty cool puzzle. The compass you can find here once you destroy all these Armos statues. Okay, let's go to the top. More scarecrows that you can use. Okay, this room that is full of Armos, but one of them is actually a real statue that you can move, and once you move it, you can climb on top of here and use this switch to open this door, and this takes you to the upper level of the main room. But we are still not done. Cross this bridge here, and you will end up in this really cool room that in the original game was full of blade traps. And there's also a cool puzzle here that you can do. Basically, you use this bomb flower and you time it to blow up this hole. And you can also go to the lower floor here to access another room with bombs. It's another empty room, but I think it did contain a business scrub or something. Okay, this is one of those rooms where you find you basically find a platform with fire. Oh my freaking god, stop thundering every freaking 5 minutes. Anyway, I was about to say, you can find a platform with fire that you can't cross, but if you use your bow on those switches right there, the fire disappears and you can cross it if you can make the jump. Okay, I made this little tunnel here a bit longer because, like I said, sometimes I did not get the scale right with some rooms, so I had to get a bit custom. And now we are on the upper floor of the mini boss room. And if you go over here, you can also find a chest. And yeah, in the original game, you could find recovery arts on top of this platform. Okay. Okay, this is another room which is the same as before. You use an arrow on that switch right over there. Then you use another Deku shield, not arrow, on that switch over there, and you can cross this platform too. Then you jump over here, and you find the bombs inside this chest. And this takes you back in the main room. Unfortunately, I could not actually make the shortcut. Yeah, basically there's a switch here, and if you push that switch, this platform over here will rise to the top and provide easy access to the upper floor. I could not figure out a way how to replicate that, so I did not do it. There's another chest here. I think there's an iron shield inside this chest, in case yours got burned. If not, you will just find the rupees. Then what you do in the original game, you use these holes to place bombs on the eyes of the statue here, and this will open the mouth of the statue, so you can go inside and access the final room. Then you just cross this room over here. Yeah, you cross this room. Yeah, another empty room. And once you cross this room, you can push these blocks and place them on this switch right over here, and this will open the boss room. Yeah, the boss room, I made it look pretty cool. A bit smaller than the original, but you get the point. And to get outside the boss room, you just do this. Okay then, now let's return to the top of that mountain, and let's actually climb to the summit. Okay, now while while climbing the summit. I made this custom area, and yeah, this area is completely new. It's not in the original game, and I kinda inspired this area to a similar area from Twilight Princess. It's basically the area with the hot springs in that mountain from Twilight Princess. I called it Arm of the Mountain, Goron Hot Springs. Yeah, this area is completely new. It was not in the original game, and the reason why I added this area is because I needed to place. I basically had to make a little mountain area here to cover up the insides of the Dodongo's cavern. So I said, you know, I have to make this area anyway, so I might as well use it for something. I cannot just leave the inside of the Dodongo's cavern exposed. I need to cover it up, so just like usual, the fact that I have to actually not use teleporters, and I actually have to make places take space in the real world, bites me in the ass. So I have to come up with new areas. Well, it's okay. It's pretty cool anyway. I wish we really did get a new Ocarina of Time remake like the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 remakes. You know, a remake that does not just change the graphics and actually adds new shit, even if it's a reimagining. Okay, you climb from here and you can see a cool view of the insides of that mountain. And then you find this area from the original game that you can basically, yeah, this is the area that you need to use your shield because it constantly erupts when you cross it. Then you climb here and you reach the summit of that mountain. And yeah, we are really high above Hyrule now. You can see we are above the clouds, which is pretty cool. And yeah, this is the area where you find the first great fairy, and she gives you the spin attack. And now we can enter that mountain crater. And this area is pretty cool, I think. I think I did a really good job here. And I also made a little change. I made it so you can actually look a bit of the fire temple insides from down here. So it's pretty freaking cool. And I actually think this area looks better at night, so yeah. In the original game, this area was pretty dark, so I think nighttime fits better here. Just like the original game, You cannot make that jump. However, I did make it so you can do this. And yeah, you are supposed to use the shortcut from behind Darunia's room. This is another fairy fountain that gives you double magic. Goron City. And yeah, I had to make the shortcut actually take space in the game world, so I put a little tunnel connecting Darunia's room and the Death Mountain Crater room. And we are back here. Okay, now let's go back. Yeah, it's pretty tall. Snake Eater. Yeah, you don't need the hook shot to make this jump, at least in this version of the map. Wink wink, Antman. Okay, now we are in front of the Fire Temple. And it's time to check it out. I can't believe it's raining again. You know what? Fuck it. Why is it always thunder though? Why can't it be normal rain? Okay, let's climb down to the Fire Temple. Okay, yeah, this area is pretty faithful. And once you have the Megaton Hammer, you can access this area over here. And this is actually the second mini-boss room. You fight one of the flame dancers here. And you find the boss key here in the original game. This is the room where you find Darunia in front of the boss room. And yes, I actually did make all the shortcuts in this temple, so I will show them later. Anyway, let's go here, and this is the main room of the Fire Temple. Yeah, it's like the original game, pretty big. Unfortunately, sometimes the clouds, since we are below cloud level now, sometimes the clouds actually get in the way, but I think it actually gives a really cool effect. Kinda makes it look like the heat is coming from the top of the room or something. Anywho, the platform's layout has been changed a bit here. And here you can find one of those Goron cells. On the top here you can find one of those rooms, just like the one we saw before, with these tiles that try to eat you. And there's also a like here with a sculpture. And yeah, if you have the Scarecrow, well, the hookshot and the Scarecrow song, I also made it that you can access this area. In the original game, if you go on top of this platform will rise and bring you up here. But since I can't do that in Minecraft, I just made it so it's a Scarecrow song spot. And yeah, remember these hints for later, Antman, when you play the survival map. Another Goron cell, and then you can go here, and you can use the elevator to go to the top floor here. Okay, now we are on the top. Yeah, this is the room where you need to do that little puzzle to basically remove this fire here. Do you remember this room? It's the giant maze with the boulders. Complete global saturation. Yeah, not much to say about this room. It's pretty much the exact same as it was in the original game. I also made the Scarecrow song elevator that you can use to access one hidden area of the temple. This area is actually completely optional in the original game. The only reason you need to come here is for a golden sculpture. Yeah, we are on top of one of those two towers that we saw before. And I added a few windows that you can use to look out, and it's pretty cool that you can see a bit outside of the fire temple. And if you fall down this hole, you end up here. This room is the room that is next to the maze boulder, and if you go over here in the original game, you find the map of the fire temple, or the compass. I don't remember actually. I think it was the map. I don't know. And of course, if you fall again down this hole, you return to the main room. So yeah, these holes are actually completely functional, just like in the original game. Although in Ocarina of Time, fall damage is pretty much a non-issue. But if you fall down in Minecraft, you are pretty much dead. So I don't suggest falling down unless you have a potion to lower fall damage or something. Now we are again in this room, and this room in the original game is that room where you get chased by that firewall. And you can go here. Oh shit. Yeah, I made this jump a little bit tricky. Okay. Okay, now this is a completely custom room. It's basically a little obstacle course that I made, which I'm going to skip over using my administrator powers. And once you are past that custom room, you are on the top floor of the boulder maze. And you can go down here. And you can access this cell and also unlock a cool shortcut. So you can skip a buttload of rooms and just climb back up to the top of the boulder maze. Just like the original game. Okay, did I go inside here? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, this is just another cell, nothing particularly special. So let's actually go back to... Yeah, let me actually go from this side. You can also go from here. And by going over here, there's another little custom corridor. And then you end up in this little fire maze area. Just like the original game. And if you remember correctly, once you have the Megaton Hammer, you can drop this block down and... if you jump down here, you go back in front of the boss room. And we can also cheat and go back up. And one time in the original game, I actually used the moonwalk, the moon jump cheat to basically fly up that hole in the original game too. Okay, this little cell area, and if you come from the top side with the Megaton Hammer, there's a rusty switch that you can hit here, and this actually opens this cell. I made a little, another little obstacle course here, since I could not make the timed puzzle here. I replaced it with that obstacle course. And this is that room with the compass. And I made it a little bit different. And I also added the map here. Okay. And once you blow up the fake door, you will find the first mini-boss room. Then you go and ride this block. Climb up here. And this is the room where you find the Megaton Hammer. Pretty faithful, but just like the other room, I did add some windows so you can see a bit outside. Nothing too crazy, just something cool. And if you drop down the hole, you return back to this cell area, just like the original game. You need to add another counter, just like the original game counter. Now let's look at the boss room and then we can leave. Yeah, boss room is pretty much the same as it was. Volvagia, he comes out of those holes and you destroy his face with the Megaton M. And we are done. Let's get out of the fire temple now. And I think we are pretty much done with the Death Mountain area. So let's actually change. Yeah, let's change area altogether. Let's return to the Kakariko Village. And in the Kakariko Village, we will finally explore the bottom of the well. Okay, let's go. And I made this area really freaking dark because it's pretty much an horror area, just like the original game. So we will use some torches to explore down here. Yeah, this area is pretty creepy, just like the original game. Chains, iron bars, blood, skulls, all that good shit. And this is the area where you fight Dead End. And then you get the Lens of Truth and you fuck off from here. Yeah, this area is pretty faithful. The only change I made is that obviously I could not make the fake walls, so I just made them visible. So let's enter the main room. Ooh, man, pretty creepy. And if you fall down the fake holes, just like in the original game, you end up in this area full of redeads and silver rupees to collect. Yeah, there's not much to say here because it's pretty much the same as the original game. Yeah, this is the fountain that you use to drain the water level by playing the Zelda's lullaby shit. And yeah. I think there's a golden sculpture inside this room. And there's also one of those disgusting likes. Those things creeped the shit out of me when I was a kid. They kinda looked like male body parts. So that's why they weirded the shit out of me. Yeah, I made this bottom room a little bit different because I could not get the layout the original layout to match with the rooms upstairs. So I changed it a little bit, but it still conveys the same general idea. Like you still need to jump down this fake hole to reach this chest on top of this wooden thing. And I used these vines to simulate the creepy ants crawling from the acid here. Okay. And once you want to exit this room, you go over here, just like the original game, and you climb out. And there was a fake wall here, but you know, I can't do that in this game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The bottom of the well is a pretty short area. I think there's only another room to show. It's this one. Yeah, the coffin room. Pretty creepy. Okay, let's leave. Yeah, this dungeon is another of my favorites, just like the Forest Temple. And yeah, if you did not get it already, my favorite dungeons are usually the creepy ones. Even the Forest Temple is creepy as shit. Yeah, I am an horror guy. If you did not realize that already from me playing the Resident Evil games over and over again. Okay, so the road to the graveyard was actually expanded a bit. So, well, I did it to basically not make the graveyard conflict with Death Mountain and the Castle Town areas. So I added this little cool flower bed shit. Yeah, it's really pretty. You can also see a bit of that mountain from here. And I add to... Okay, the graveyard is here. And at first, this area looked like this without the lanterns. But after building that mountain, I realized that this huge shit on top of the graveyard made it really dark. So I had to put some light sources. But I think it's actually a pretty cool effect. The darkness that being below provides actually makes the graveyard creepier. And just like in the original game, I did place every grotto that is in the... Okay, yeah, this is Dampe's house. But just like in the original game, every grotto that could be accessed from the graves is here. Okay, this grotto over here, I think contains one art piece once you play the Sun's song. And if you blow up this hole, you find a secret fairy fountain. And the other hole is the one that contains the Hylian shield. You can basically get a free iron shield from here if you don't want to waste time buying it from the bazaar. And I also made Dampes grave. And just like the original game, it's a little obstacle course. How appropriate. And yeah, this area is pretty much a maze that you have to race through. Yeah, it was like this in the original game as well. There are a lot of dead ends. Yeah, this little cave area. Pretty cool, if you ask me. More dead ends. And we are almost at the end, don't worry. Okay, my dog is getting a little spooked by the rain, I think. And this is the area where you end the race. And this is where you usually find the hook shot. Then I placed a teleporter here. And you use it and you return to the windmill area. Pretty faithful. So now I think the only area left in Kakariko Village to explore is the Shadow Temple. So let's go right over there. Of course, in the original game, you could only access the Shadow Temple with the teleport song, but I added some vines, so you can do that without it. The room where you use Din's fire. Then you enter the Shadow Temple, which I did make a bit different from the bottom of the well. Okay, this area is pretty cool. Yeah, this room was full of those creepy faces with glowing eyes, so I just replaced them with monster masks. Okay, I think this is the room where you find the map. Yeah, and yeah, the map shows that mountain, but you know, it's because the Shadow Temple is mostly underground. Okay, and this is... fuck. This is where you can actually fight Dead End, the Revenge. The Revenge of Dead End. Pretty much the same room as it was in the bottom of the well. Okay, let's actually go deeper inside. Okay, this is that room with the BMOS in the center of this room. This room right over here is a room with 2 reed heads and a chest, I think. Don't know why I put another map here. Oh yeah, it's because this map actually shows how the Shadow Temple looks below that mountain. Yeah, you can actually see a bit of the Shadow Temple. That's why I put that there, I remember. Okay, and this room is the first room with that rotating site, which I represented like this. I honestly did not know how to make it look better, so excuse me. And just like in the original game, you can access a shortcut if you go down this fake wall, well, fake hole. Let's continue downstairs. Okay, you should recognize this room. It's the room with all the guillotines. Yeah, this room, you go down, there's a bunch of big sculptures, and then you find a guillotine. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, this is the big room with all the fake platforms, which I did make visible in this map. I guess I could have made them invisible using barrier blocks, but you know, that would be a bit unfair, since you can't use the lens of truth here. Unless I gave the player a barrier block to see the fake walls, but that would be very clunky. And yeah, this is another of those side rooms. Yeah, there are a lot of repeated rooms in the Shadow Temple. If I have to be honest, aside from the creepy atmosphere, the Shadow Temple might actually be the worst temple in the game for me. It's a bit too linear and simple, with a lot of really repeated rooms. So it has got great atmosphere, but for the most part it's kind of boring. Yeah, this room is the room with the crushers, and you have to use that block to basically not get crushed. And there are all the cells here. Then you climb to the top here, and there are some chests. Okay, so in case you fall off this, well, these platforms, and you end up on the lower floor here. Yeah, I did not make an infinite. Yeah, in the original game, if you fall down, and basically a bottomless pit, and you respawn here. However, I did not make a bottomless pit here because it would have basically taken forever, honestly, to build a bottomless pit. So I just made a little cavern area, and if you fall down, you can go over here. And yeah, you basically respawn at the start. So in case you fall down and somehow you survive, you are not screwed. Okay. Okay, this area over here. This is that iconic room with the flaming skull. Yeah, in the original game you use a hookshot target to get up here. These things are supposed to be the fans that push you back. It's honestly the only way I thought of that I could use to make them. Okay, this room, just like in the original game, is pointless, but it does contain an hint. And yes, I placed these glass blocks to basically allow you to get to the areas where you usually use the hover boots. Okay, this is that room with the Gibdo. And once you get past this room, you reach the area with the boat. This area I changed quite a bit because while building this area I was basically destroying this area, and I found this really freaking cool cave. So I thought, wait, hey, this looks really cool, why don't I use it? So what I did is I basically mirrored this room. Yeah, usually the boat faces this way over here, but instead now the boat faces over here and it goes over there. Don't ask me how that works. There's also this scarecrow, just like the original game, and I made the shortcut a bit different. Instead of climbing up a little platform, you just open this door and you climb back up here, and you end up back here where the sight room was. Let's take the boat, and once you take the boat you are in this area, This area is also mirrored compared to the original version, just to make it consistent with the other cave over there. This is the area with the fake walls, but you know, I made them visible this time. The area with the spiked wooden walls. And there are some chests behind those walls once you break them with Dean's fire, or the fire arrows, I guess. Yeah, this room is basically the same as the one before, except it's three spinning schools instead of just one. And finally, one last torture chamber here, very similar to the one in the bottom of the well. Okay, then you can go to the boss room. You don't need to shoot the thing and make it fall. I already made it fall. So you just cross this. And just like in the original game, there is still this platform, although there's nothing there. And this is the room before the final boss. Just like in the original game, this room is just a completely black room with nothing in it. And you have to do a little platforming challenge if you want to cross. And if you fall down, well, it's fine. It's not actually a bottomless pit. However, in the survival map, if you fall down, you will get fucked, trust me. Shit. Okay. Then you open this, and the boss door is opened. Let's go. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. You fall down. And I made a little cave area for Bongo Bongo. And I guess this is the this is the bongo. Yeah, I think I used a material that kinda sounds like rubber. I don't remember what it's called. Once you are done here, this will take you back at the start of the Shadow Temple. And we are done. Now, I think we only need to explore the Zora areas, the Gerudo Valley and the Castle Town, and we are done. So brace yourselves, we are almost done. Okay, so the Zora area, well, the Zora's River area has been expanded quite a bit. Yeah, as you can see, it's much bigger now. And there's also a really cool shortcut now. If you go over here, you go in... Fuck. If you go over here, you go into Zora's River. However, if you go on this side, I added a little custom shortcut that takes you back to Kokiri Forest. See? Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. Okay, now let's go to Zora's River. And it's actually pretty cool, but you can see a little bit of the Deku Tree from here. And yeah, this area is mostly faithful, as you can see. Now it has started raining outside as well. And yeah, the view of Zora's Fountain is pretty freaking amazing. You know what, let me actually make it daytime. Okay. Yeah, the view is pretty sweet. There are two unique grottos here instead of generic ones, which I will not show you for today. A little airborne view of the area. Okay, let's go to Zora's domain. And yeah, you can also use the shortcut to the Lost Woods. Oh, Geronimo! And I honestly think Zora's River looks incredible. Yeah, I think I did an amazing job here. Yeah, there's a secret behind the waterfall. Let's go up to the throne room. You can go over here. And you will be on top of the waterfall. And it's really cool because in the original game you can go over here and play the swimming game mini game. Whoa! Yeah! And if you do that, you will get the silver scales. Okay, just like I did with the shortcut from Goron City to the Fire Temple, I had to make this shortcut, well, this transition a lot bigger. Otherwise, I would not actually get enough distance without crossing over with other stuff. And now we are on top of Zora's fountain. I did add a bit of snow, since in the adult timeline this area is full of snow and ice. And since this is the adult timeline, Jabu Jabu is not here, but there's also another reason. This is the reason. Hey, not my fault, Minecraft still hasn't got blocks that resemble flesh. Yeah, that's why I did not build Jabu Jabu. It's because I could not find blocks that actually resemble the insides of a fish. Shocking. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lovers of Jabu Jabu, but Jabu Jabu is not included in this map. I'm sorry. Okay, another fairy fountain. This one is the one that gives you Pharaoh's Wind, which is actually much more helpful than you might think. I never see people use it, but it's actually pretty helpful sometimes. Yeah, this secret hole is basically that hole that you can access once you have the, I think the silver gauntlets, because there's a boulder that you can only lift with the silver gauntlets, and then you find this block, this secret hole that takes you to basically this hole in the ground, and there's a secret sculpture here. Okay, I did build the ice cavern though, so at least there is a dungeon here. And yes, Antman, since there's no Jabu Jabu, this means that the ice cavern will be the third dungeon for my adventure map. And I honestly think this area is really cool looking. I really like how I built it. Yeah, this is that area with that sight looking thing that you have to basically avoid to gather silver rupees. Okay, this is the area with the, I think it's the compass. And some blue fire. Excuse me. An ambulance. Yeah, this is the first area where you find the blue fire. And this is the map. And finally, okay, this little area over here, in the original game, what you need to do here, you need to basically push this platform and place it over here to climb to the boss room. However, because because obviously we cannot push blocks in Minecraft, I had to get a little creative. So I made a little platforming challenge. And this is the mini boss room. The iron boots chest. And then the shortcut to the outside. I had to make this longer too, for obvious reasons. And we are back to the entrance. Yeah, it's a pretty short dungeon, even in the original game. Okay, I think we are done here. Now we can go to the Lake Hylia area, so let's go really quickly. Okay, this is another area that I got a little custom with, and the reason is pretty simple. It's because I realized that if I did not build this little ladder over here, I would need to build Lake Hylia below water level, and that would be an insane pain in the ass. So I just raised the level a little bit by building this ladder. Okay, welcome to Lake Hylia. Yeah, it's mostly faithful. I changed a little bit the location of that waterfall and the Gerudo Valley entrance, but it's mostly faithful. The lakeside laboratory, and you can still swim down here. And in the original game, behind this gate, there was a fucking shark of all things. the Scarecrow brothers. And down here there's another teleporter. Which brings you back to Zora's domain. So yeah, just like the original game. Okay, the fishing pond. I made this area look pretty cool. Okay then, let's just take a look at the water temple. Okay, I made the entrance a little different, but once you are inside, it is pretty faithful. Okay, let's start exploring from the bottom floor. Okay, this is the room where you first encounter Ruto. Then, when the water level is on the middle, you can blow up this wall, get this chest over here. Once you get on top of here, you can drain the water level. Yeah, another room with enemies, nothing special. Okay, it's this room. Yeah, you push this switch over here and it raises this water level, so you can actually shoot the dragon here and hook with the hook shot. And I think there's a freaking golden sculpture here. I actually think this room is optional. You only go here if you want that golden sculpture. Okay, this room, it's the room where you shoot the switch and climb the geyser to jump across here. Okay, it's a bit tricky to do in Minecraft. Why can't I do it? Wow, seriously? Okay, yeah, you have to basically swift swim swiftly to do that. Okay. Yeah, this is that room with the whirlpool and the dragon head below the water. Okay, and finally on the bottom floor. Okay, yeah, this room over here. This is the room where you go to grab the boss room. Okay, this room, you place this block over here. It pushes a switch and the water level rises. And yeah, you need to blow up this wall to push the block. Then you enter here. You go down here below this waterfall. And there's your boss key. Okay, now let's actually go inside the main tower. Oops. Okay, yeah, this is the main tower, and just like in the original game, you can go down here in this sneaky hole, and there's an entire underwater section of the bottom tower. I added a little pocket of air here. Then you push a switch, you kill all the enemies that spawn from this wall, and then you can open this gate and get this chest. If you miss this key in the original game, you are completely and utterly fucked. Okay, this is to raise water level to midpoint. Then if you actually hookshot to the top of this room, I put a little platforming challenge, and then you climb on top of this block of time to get a treasure. In the original game, I think it was just to get a golden skulltula. Okay, then we enter this room. Well, we exit this door, which is from one side only, just like the original game. Okay, this room is basically just the shortcut that you can use to climb back up. Yeah, and since in Minecraft you can just swim upwards like a salmon, I did not actually bother to make the room. I just made a waterfall that you swim upwards. Raise water to the top. Yeah, this is to raise the water level back to the top. This other room, you do a little puzzle. You shoot this switch. Then you use the hook shot, And this you basically enter here before the gate closes, and then you push up a few blocks, and you can get a treasure here. I think it's a small key. And I also added a ladder here that brings you back up to the top level. So it's another way to climb back up. Okay, and there's another last room in the mid-level here. Yeah, it's this room. You hook shot to the top here, and you find the map here. You need to do a little puzzle because there's a water current blocking the chest. You shoot a switch. The switch can. Well, you shoot a switch with the bow, and the water current disappears, but only for a few seconds. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but in Minecraft you can just use your salmon powers to make it. This is why in this waterfall room I did not add the platforms with the hookshot targets. Okay, this room I changed the layout a little bit just to make it a bit more convenient for me to build. And this takes you to the room with Dark Link. So let's go. Yeah, I think this room is really freaking cool. Yeah, I built it outside of the map and placed a teleporter so I could make it as faithful as possible. Yeah, honestly, really freaking amazing. Okay, longer shot chest. Okay, this is the room with the well, the little vortexes that suck you in. And just like in the original game, this takes you back to the whirlpool room. And I think we explored everything. Yeah, this is the entrance. This is the room to go to the mid-level. The waterfall room. Okay, yeah, we only need to look at the boss room. Yeah, not much to say. It's pretty faithful. Only thing is, I could not place spikes on, the walls, so I used these hooks instead to give you an idea, basically. Yeah, it's pretty faithful. Okay, let me get out of here. Okay, there's only one last area remaining. The Gerudo Valley. Huh. I made this area a bit smaller. Yeah, in the original game this area is much taller, and there are many more waterfalls before you reach Lake Hylia. But yeah, building that would have been insanely difficult in Minecraft, so I downsized a bit. I did add a few extra areas though. Well, this art piece was in the original game, except now you can just access it using your salmon powers. And using your salmon powers, you can also go over here and find another chest hidden behind a waterfall. The bridge has been repaired here, and yeah, there's the random cow on the lower floor here. I don't know why there's a cow there. The carpenter's tent. Okay, now let's take a look at the Gerudo Fortress area. The layout might be a little bit different, but it's still mostly faithful. Yeah, this is the cell with the first prisoner. Then you go over here. There's this area with the cauldron and the tables, and if you go over here, there's another cell number 2. Okay, and now you are on the upper floor of this room. You can sneak past the guards by going from this upper floor. I think from here you can climb to the rooftop. Yeah, you then use the hook shot and you can find a chest here. Or you can go to the lower floor to find another cell. Yeah, there's another cell over here. And you can also go down here. And this one is a bit custom, but this is where you find the final prisoner cell. And I also added a little safe room here. This is completely custom. It was not in the original game. And if you can actually manage to get over here, yeah, I think you can do this by climbing to the top here and dropping down. You can get over here. This is another area that is optional. However, if you climb up from here with your hookshot, and yeah, I did not explain this before, but these blocks over here are supposed to be hookshot blocks. Yeah, use your hookshot to cross that wall. You will then be able to climb on top of the cell. Yeah, the prisoner cell. Over here. You can also do this in the original game. Yeah, this is the cell where you get thrown if you are caught. You can use your hookshot to exit though really easily. I also added the Gerudo training ground area here. However, aside from this first room, the layout of this area is completely different. So I will not actually show it on this video. I will leave it as a surprise for Antman when he eventually plays the map. Yeah, that rookie from long ago easily dealt with all our challenges. We redesigned all chambers. This time it won't be as easy. That's why I will not show the training grounds today. Okay then, before we leave the fortress, let me show you the horse, the shooting range for your horse is still here. Okay then, let's go into the desert. You can even see the spirit temple from here. Yeah, just like the Gerudo Valley, this area was basically infinite. Yeah, in the original game, this area had basically infinite space, and if you touched the borders of the map, you get teleported back to the entrance. It was basically the same as the Lost Woods area. And yeah, I could not replicate that in Minecraft. I could not make this area insanely huge. I guess, well, technically I could have, but it would have taken me 3 years. So I just made the desert a bit smaller. Yeah, this is the carpet with that weird guy that sells you the bomb shoe. And yeah, this room, yeah, this catacomb area is still here. And if you climb on the top, yeah, in the original game, you climb on the top of this catacomb area, and you use the Lens of Truth to summon a ghost that helps you cross the desert. However, now that the constant sandstorms are gone, finding the way to the Colossus is easy. Weird. Is it just me, or the desert looks a bit smaller now? Yeah, I did a little bit of a joke to justify the desert being smaller. So now we just walk to the desert Colossus area. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to show how it looks in the day. Okay, so you can find another great fairy here. This one gives you the Neyrus Love spell. And yeah, the only other thing of note here is this oasis that you can fill with the Song of Storms, which contains fairies. And then if you use a magic bean, you can get on top of this thing and get an art piece. Aside from that, not much in this area. So let's actually get inside the temple now. Just like in the original game, this is divided in the kid timeline and the adult timeline areas. Okay, let's start from here. Okay, I made this room a bit custom because in this room there was originally an enemy that could only be killed by fire, and you had to do a little puzzle to kill him or use Din's fire. I redesigned this room to make it a little obstacle course, since this is Minecraft, I can't do that shit. And this area over here is where you get the small key. And you can also open this to basically open the way, so you can go from the other side back into the main room here. Motherfucker. Those fucking rain, those fucking thunderstorms. God damn it. Okay, you climb up here, and there's this little room where you need to break this wall with the bomb chew to make light for a sun switch here. And this is the main room, just like the outside of the Desert Colossus. Instead of making a really complex statue that I would probably make look terrible, I just made the statue look like a creeper. I thought it would be pretty funny considering this is Minecraft. And yes, this is the main room of the Spirit Temple. And if you go over here, I think once you have the silver gauntlets, you can push these blocks and unlock a little shortcut here to go back to the entrance. Yeah. And you use the hook shot to go back up here in case you want to use the shortcut. And you find the map here, so I did place a map here. Yeah, it's a map of the desert. Okay, let's go upstairs. Okay, this room, it's a bit complex. You need to destroy all the BMOS, then you need to light all the torches, and you also need to push a sun switch below this window here. Yeah, you need to do a lot of stuff inside here. And this is the Iron Knuckle room. You defeat the Iron Knuckle, and once you do, I made a little tunnel that takes you to the outside, where you will find the silver gauntlets. And don't think about cheating. I put some barriers here, so you cannot just jump from one end to the other. Okay, let's explore the adult side. Okay, this room over here. I will not tell Antman how to solve this puzzle. And this is that other room with the boulders. And there are some holes that you can use to hide from the boulders here. And here is a chest. I think there was like a small key there or something, I don't remember. Okay, here we have another sun puzzle. You need to rotate this mirror and basically turn on a bunch of sun switches to unlock this door. Okay, in this room you need to basically trigger this Armos statue, make them push this switch, and this will open this door, but you have to be really quick. Then the second Iron Knuckle room, which I actually made a little bigger, so you know it's the adult room. It's a bit different this way. And here you will find the mirror shield, I guess. I will fix it later. Once you have the mirror shield, you use it to illuminate a sun switch here to open this door. You get a chest here, and then you go to this room. Yeah, this is that room with the rotating walls, I guess. And even in the original game, you can completely skip this, because what you can do, you can basically use the hook shot to latch onto the last wall, which does not move, and you can completely skip the entire challenge, which is pretty hilarious, honestly. Okay, this room is that room with a bunch of fake doors and a chest over here. And as you can see, I did place some chests and some fake walls behind these doors. And we are almost to the end. There is a mirror there. What you do is you go inside this room and you push the mirrors in such a way that you can basically send the light from this mirror to this mirror to this other mirror, and this mirror will basically allow you to illuminate that one outside of this gate. And once you have light shining through this mirror, you can use it to break the face of the statue here, and then you can access the boss of the area. Okay, there's another Iron Knuckle fight here, which is actually Naboru. And then we have the boss room here. I actually made this boss room a bit different. I made the walls, I made one wall red and the other blue, basically to simulate the ice and the fire elements of Twin Rova. So that's actually a really cool idea I had. And yeah, that's it for the Spirit Temple. The only thing I need to show left is the Castle Town area. I will fix it later, don't worry. I do have another backup of this map anyway, so I don't even need to fix it anyway. Okay, let's get out and let's return to the Hyrule Field. Oh, yeah, it's still loading. I was about to say, what the fuck, did the mountain disappear? Wow, the view from the air is amazing. Okay, so since this map takes place in the adult timeline, you will remember that in the adult timeline, Castle Town was pretty much destroyed. So I actually completely rebuilt Castletown and made it look completely different. We celebrate Castletown reconstruction by dedicating this memorial to the hero that saved the kingdom. Yeah, I made the Castletown area completely custom, so I hope Antman will have a lot of fun exploring this area, which is completely new. I even added 2 houses, one for me and one for him. So I hope you are happy, my friend. And on top of this wall, I added a map of the entire map. So as you can see, it's insanely huge. Holy shit. Man, this took me almost 1 year and a half to complete. You know what? I should have probably disabled the rain. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not going to show the town in too much detail. I want Antman to explore it once he plays the map. But yeah, it's completely redesigned, and I think it looks pretty cool. The Temple of Time area was pretty much untouched from the original game, since that part was not destroyed in the adult timeline. But I did make a new path to the castle. I added this, they added in the new Minecraft update these cherry trees, which I added in front of the Temple of Time because I think they look really cool. And yeah, this is the Temple of Time. Looks pretty sweet, but even more on the inside, I think. Yeah, just like you saw, I made a new Hyrule castle, and I made it in the location where the Ganon's castle was in the adult timeline. Well, everyone, this video is over. Oh boy. Building this map was an insane ordeal, and it was extremely difficult. It actually took an insane amount of work, and it was really tiring. So I would really appreciate if you leave comments, rate, subscribe, all that good shit. And yeah, this building this map was so freaking difficult that I'm sorry, but this will be the last creation I make in Minecraft. Holy shit, this was insanely tiring. Man. And yeah, I had a little bit of help from Antman, but I built most of this on my own, and boy, it was insanely difficult. Yeah, this map is so big, it makes the Raccoon City map look like a joke in comparison. Wow, this was insane. I hope you guys enjoyed this freaking ordeal. And yeah, this will be my last Minecraft project. I will probably never play Minecraft ever again in my life. I think I pretty much did everything I wanted in this game. I built 2 amazing creative maps. I also got all the achievements in survival mode, so honestly, I think I'm pretty satisfied. So, thank you, Minecraft. I fucking love this game, it's amazing. And I hope you guys will love exploring this map and the Raccoon City map. And I really hope that you people will also build a lot of awesome shit in this game. I want to see your creativity at work here. Make amazing shit. And if you want, you can also send it to me. I will gladly take a look at it, because holy shit. Yeah, when you actually build and see the fruits of someone's labor, it's incredible. It's an amazing feeling. So this experience is over, I guess, for now. We are going to wait for the amazing adventure map playthrough that Antman will do one day. But for now, it's over. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, all that good shit. And I will see you guys on my next project. Goodbye, my friends.